Hello and welcome to the Monch Hours podcast, where our mission is to appreciate all things anime manga. You might be asking yourself, who is this guy? Who am I? I am Urtagon. If you can't tell, we are doing an episode really dedicated to Carole and Tuesday. This is the Carole and Tuesday podcast discussion. So if you actually watched it, you would understand that reference, and you're actually an OG. But I'm joined today by my guest, good friend, a previous guest on the podcast, Zell. Zell, how you doing?
Yo, you know what, dude? I'm freaking fantastic.
Dude.
It's Friday. We're gonna talk about Carole and Tuesday. Dope, dude.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Happy for you to be here. Happy you're hyped and happy you watched it. So, for those of us that are joining in, let's cue the intro and crack a cold one.
Cold one. Got it, dude.
From the deepest reaches of space, the boys are back in town.
Thank you so much, best friend.
And we've got an all-new lineup.
From now on, you're mine.
But more importantly, we have a show to run.
Welcome to the Monch Hours podcast.
And we're back, so you know the drill. Fresh week, fresh brew. This is my first time in a couple months of actually back on the brew on the podcast, so cheers to that. I'm excited to be drinking some craft beer once again. Cheers to the homies, cheers to the Monch Mob. It is a beautiful, crisp, crushable West Coast IPA full of Simcoe, Nelson, and Mosaic hops. My favorite. Mosaics. Baby.
What are you talking about?
Bro, what do you mean what I'm talking about? It's beer culture, baby.
That was some kind of language. That was crazy. That was cool, man.
I was putting a hex on you.
Damn.
I was putting a hex in the audience. We're talking about hops, baby. But I got to ask, man, what are you drinking on this week? This night, this evening?
I got.
What are you
All right,
partaking
everyone.
in? What are you partaking in?
All right, check it out. So, drinking this beverage has been around for a very long time. There's a lot of history.
Ooh,
Hey,
beverage.
you're rolling your eyes. Bro, it's been around for a very long time. It's about as old as it gets. It's ancient, some might say. Water.
Excellent. Hey, there's no water shame, dude. There's no hydro shame here in this podcast.
Okay, sweet. Hydro.
This is fully hydro homie approved.
Okay, sweet. Hydro homie gang, where
Hydro
you at?
homie gangs, dude. We always stay hydrated on the Monch Mob, on the Monch Hours, dude. Gotta stay hydrated. We're too old not to stay hydrated.
Yeah, dude. I'm as hydrated as it gets. I'm ready to go.
Ready to go. Also celebrating a birthday weekend. Let's go.
Woo!
Cheers, dude. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Take a sip.
Finally 18. Let's go. Everybody.
Finally 18, dude. 18.
Let's
And you're
go.
Twinkie and ready for all the bears, baby.
I'm Twinkie and I'm stinky and I'm ready for bears. That's
Ready
right.
for bears, dude. Palm Springs, look out. Here we come.
I know that's right.
All right. Anyways, back to the discussion at hand. As I mentioned earlier, this episode is purely dedicated to Carole and Tuesday, an anime on Netflix directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, who, if you're a fan of anime, if you're a fan of just an amazing storytelling in general, you would recognize that name as a director for not only Cowboy Bebop, but also Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy, Animatrix Reloaded, and many others. Just full-on phenomenal director, highly coveted, highly respected. So there is nothing short of amazing when it comes to Carole and Tuesday. This is part of our monthly watch-alongs that we are reinvigorating back onto the year for 2023, and it's been super exciting to kind of get back into that old formula, that old format that our OG Monch fans would recognize and come to love. Unfortunately, Jay is not able to make it, but we're gonna give him the pass, everybody, because he is a new dad, firstborn. Yes, dude. Cheers
Let's
to that.
go!
Cheers to he had his first kid, a beautiful, healthy daughter that it looks like Jordan, surprisingly. Like it's got that same squinty eye thing that Jordan does. So
Isn't it weird how kids can look like their parents? It's the darndest thing.
it's
so
the darndest
weird.
thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like, I don't know. Like if you really think about it, it's like they shared DNA or something. It's freaking weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's weird
Like, how
that
else
the
could that happen?
DNA. Like I thought the stork just like what is like the same
Who's your
family
egg?
tree line or something? Like, oh, this is the DNA tree or some shit.
Oh, well, so I thought it was also storks, but what I heard was that they drop off an egg,
Oh,
like a mailman. Like they come by and they're like, special delivery, and then Jordan goes outside and he's like, oh wow, for me, and the stork's like, oh that's right, and then literally plops the freaking kiddo on the ground,
oh,
and then the stork flies away, and that's how babies are born. So that being said, because that is how kids are made and delivered, it is crazy that Jordan's daughter has similar features.
wow. Wow. Well, I
Right?
really appreciate that. Round of applause, everybody, for that beautiful, what would you, an explanation? I had no idea. It was very, the imagery was, it was like a movie was playing in my head.
Yeah, I've done a lot of research on the topic, so I know a lot about it.
You consider yourself a storkologist, or?
Yeah.
Okay, Carole and Tuesday. Boom. All right, let's jump into it. So, Carole and Tuesday, obviously the characters are called Carole and Tuesday. Not only, wait, who is, let me get my YouTube here. I think someone's chatting. Dragon of Akina, what's up, dude? Welcome to the podcast. Thanks for joining in. We're talking about Carole and Tuesday. So Carole and Tuesday follows, of course, Carole and Tuesday, but there's also the antagonist, which is also, if not just important as the duo, and that is Angela. But with these amazing characters, there's also others to introduce to the bunch, such as Gus, Rodney, other musicians like Crystal, Zip, Ezekiel, and many others. So before we get into the nitty gritty, I gotta ask you, who's your favorite character, man? Let's just jump right there. Who's your favorite character of Carole and Tuesday?
Dang it.
We're coming out guns swinging, bro. I'm not gonna leave.
Man.
There's no
Okay.
misogyny because it's Carole and Tuesday, baby.
Dude, you know what's funny? I was thinking about this like right before. It's like, man, who do I like a lot in the show? And I think this might be a hot take or a weird answer, but I freaking love Tao on my second watch. I really like Tao, dude.
Interesting.
I thought that was great. I'm gonna go with Tao.
Going with
yeah.
Tao.
And I think so I've seen Carole and Tuesday twice. So I like rewatched it a few weeks ago, and I like the way he develops over the course of the season. Like the way that he starts out and like, he does not really telling anybody. We talk about spoilers, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. They're like, he's a freaking AI, and then there's like jokes about in the beginning of people being like, yeah, you're an AI, and you're like, I'm pretty sure he's an AI, and I like totally forgot that he actually is, and I just thought it was cool, man. I like seeing Tao do stuff where he like saves Angela from that one guy near the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It was really cool to see him kind of like turn around and I guess like lose some of his AI-ness and being like super robot and like not really having emotions to then like slowly develop some, but it still feels kind of like it's like he's improved, but things aren't like all perfect now.
Right.
Which I thought was like really real. I don't know. It felt very like real, I guess.
I loved how you kind of buttoned that up at the end there. You mentioned real, and I do agree with you on the sentiments of like Tao's turnaround, especially on the second watch. I feel like you can really connect with it. It also dives into a deeperness that comes with this AI versus human element that's presented within the show, And the strength of that human element is that realness. So Tao having, because perfection isn't real. Real comes with flaws, it comes with imperfections. That's what makes it perfect in a sense. So you kind of mentioning that is a really interesting point on Tao's end. He's actually becoming human in a sense.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he is. It's like, and I think this is really cool that like Tao and Angela had like the opposite, right? Where like Angela starts out being like very like human, I guess you'd call it, right? And Tao is like super robotic. And I feel like all the shit that happens to Angela, especially in like the second half of the show, where it gets like really emotional and you know, dark and stuff, and there's a lot of shit happening to her that sucks. And then like she gets like pretty emotionless near the end and is like shutting off all. This is crazy. This is nuts, bro. It was really good writing. And she just like kind of checks out for a lot of episodes, and you're like, oh man, I don't think she's doing too great. And then Tao goes the opposite direction, where he's starting out as like no emotions, all I do is this, and very logical, to taking on more emotion near the end. It's really beautiful.
It is beautiful. Yeah, it's like a yin yang. It's opposites. Yeah. It's everything that, you know, two halves make a whole in a sense. Sencha Tunes, welcome to the podcast. Appreciate you stopping by. Sencha. What's up, OG? How you doing?
Girl.
What up? We're just started the podcast, so don't feel like you missed anything. For those that are tuning in and are unaware what Carole and Tuesday are, I highly recommend you to watch it. And don't be afraid of our spoilers that we're talking about, because the majority of what makes Carole and Tuesday is what you feel while watching it. So even if you know what's going on, you still feel the impact. Carole and Tuesday follows the story of both two girls, one named Carole, one named Tuesday, and how they adventure and become friends, almost sisters. They become sisters through the bond of music, and they touch other people's hearts with the bonds of music.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Perfect.
Have to finish. Yeah, you have yet to finish Carole and Tuesday? Yeah, definitely do it. Highly recommend to those that haven't. It's 24 episodes, so you can finish it definitely in a month like we did here. It's only one season, so you don't have to worry about other seasons coming out. Fantastic. Back to the question at hand, favorite characters. Shane mentioned Tao, and I would like to throw my hat in the ring. I think my first watch and my second watch are still tied. That is going to be my vote for Angela. I think that Angela's character, her progression, just really resonated with me the most, because there is this, kind of like what you mentioned here, this sense of her trying to live up to, I guess, what was the word? The assumptions, the presumptions that people have of her being this perfect diva, this perfect idol, and she really isn't. And the first start of the show, you see those imperfections. I mean, she is like auditioning or running a commercial for a chicken burger, blah blah blah. And fast forward, you know, to the end, we see this extreme stressful trials and tribulations of Angela, bottling up to the last couple episodes where she eventually breaks down. And I feel like there's just it's a perfect kind of example of the ugly side of the music industry, or just any entertainment industry as a whole. And so I just really appreciated that aspect of it being represented in Carole Tuesday.
Yeah, that's funny. She's my second. I liked her a lot on the second watch too, like a lot more, because I think I started out not liking her on my first watch. Like, I was like, and then like you're watching her more and more, and like she kind of like slowly grew on me, but I feel like it just didn't hit me the same. Where on the second watch, for whatever reason, just in like a different time in my life, and I'm rewatching this, and I'm like, oh man, like I was most interested in her scenes. Because it's just a really interesting story to follow, you know? And I like her character development too, I think. Yeah, her and Tao feel like the most just real and kind of raw character development. Yeah. Compared to everyone else that are human. Funny enough.
Yeah, everyone else that are kind of living this fairy tale comeuppance, you know?
Yeah.
Two girls, Carole and Tuesday, they just meet.
One cup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
one guitar, one piano. Okay, way to ruin the fucking show for everybody. Yeah, that's the podcast.
my
Okay,
God.
did not need that visualization.
Wow.
But here we are.
Oh, you're the one that said.
Here we are. Here we are.
All right. Get with the program, Hans. Come on.
Okay. As I was saying, yeah, there. You know, it's not this fairy tale-esque road to glory for Angela and Tao. So really appreciate that side of things. Also, the music's fantastic. I love that Angela's kind of like a boss bitch. She is a diva, but she knows it. I mean, she struts it and she knows it. Like, she's been there, done that. So I respect that in a sense. And she does come around. Like, it's one of those kind of cases where tough cookie to crack, but once you kind of get into like her level and she respects you, then love goes both ways.
Yeah, she's like Ariana Grande. I feel like she knows she's got it, bro.
Ooh.
And she's just popping off and doing her thing.
Doing her
She's
thing.
a boss bitch. Like
She's
when
a
she's
boss bitch,
auditioning,
yeah.
bro, at the for whatever that show was that was like America's Got Talent, Space
Mars,
has Got
whatever.
Talent,
Mhm.
Mars has Got Talent, which actually might be a real thing at some point in the future. Crazy how the future works. So
We'll be touching on that in just a bit.
what was I saying?
You were talking about how she's a boss
Mars
bitch.
Got Talent. Right. Oh, right. And she's auditioning. Here we go. And she's coming out to audition, and one of the judges is like, why are you auditioning? Aren't you aware this could ruin your career if you can't sing well? And then Angela does the snap like that, and she like turns her hips to the side, and she's like, well, I can actually sing, so that won't be an issue. And then she like pops the fuck off, and it was great. She's a boss bitch, dude.
Bro, hell yeah. I think that was
there it
I Can Move Mountains is what she leads into.
Yeah.
Fucking, that has to be my favorite song of the show. As well, I don't know. I think that
Really?
would be a tie between Move Mountains and a song that isn't directly illustrated in the show or sung in the show. It's Kiss Me, Carole and Tuesday.
Oh, I love that
Kiss
one.
Me, yeah. But
Isn't
though
that in the beginning or no?
it's like an opening.
Yeah, an opening. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an opening, and it's unfortunate that it's not played as a show in the show or as a set piece. That would be fucking awesome. But yeah, she comes off this little pop and she goes, "I Can Move Mountains." And I love that song. And what I love about revisiting Carole and Tuesday is it reminded me to put these songs back on my playlist because I originally had Apple Music back in the day, and it was so hard to find Carole and Tuesday songs, period, because of just an anime. So it's like a mix of like SoundCloud, but on Spotify, boom, dude, it's like
They're
all right
all on
there.
there.
Yeah, they're all on there. So I've been jamming out all month to Carole and Tuesday.
Oh, me too, man. Okay, so Kiss Me is dope, and I wish someone would do that to me in real life very soon. Preferably a very handsome man. So Kiss Me is a great song. Very relatable. Loneliest Girl,
Yeah.
fantastic. That's the OG, and I really love the song at the end, Mother. Cry every time. I
Really?
think it's beautiful. I
You know,
love it.
I don't know. I get it. I love the ending. I love how everything wraps together, and it's this beautiful moment of. Well, I'm gonna say that part for later. We'll just talk about the song right now.
Okay, yeah.
Mother,
Those are my songs.
I think for me, Kiss Loneliest Girl has more emotional impact than Mother. Mother, I get it, but I didn't I get it, but it didn't hit me,
I see. Yeah, I think Loneliest Girl is just more kind of subtle, I guess, where Mother is like, we're chanting, say what's, you know what I mean?
It's a Broadway thing, dude.
Yeah.
That's
it's
why.
a Broadway song, yeah. That's some musical theater shit. So, makes sense.
Makes sense. What's interesting?
still
What?
hit me.
So you go Kiss Me, or do you go Loneliest Girl then Mother?
Wait, Loneliest Girl, Kiss Me, Mother, but there are other songs I like too. But those are probably my favorite three right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect,
There's a lot of good songs on there.
There's a lot of good songs. There's a lot of great bops. I mean, Shit, dude. On this second playthrough, what's up, B1? Nice to see you. Loneliest Girl is your number one. Love that, man. B1 coming in with Loneliest Girl. That's good, dude. Way to appreciate coming in and sharing your thoughts with us, B1. Love it. Thank you, man. Okay. Strange enough, the first watch through, I think I enjoyed the Mars arc. Mars Got Talent. Second watch through, I really fucking loved it. And honestly, I didn't care for the song the first time around, but second time around, it's a fucking bop. Dude, OG Bulldog opera rap.
Oh, great.
Fucking love it.
Dude, okay, I had the same exact reaction. I thought that whole, like, arc, yeah, like you're saying, I was like, kind of whatever the first time around, and I was like, I didn't really care for the music acts, and this time I was just like, this is so good.
Yeah.
And, like, that guy killed it. He was also a baddie. Freaking
He's also a
killed it.
fucking baddie. Glorious in the Dude, that song is tight, bro. I kind of like want to see if there's actually a genre. There's gotta be. I mean, it's gotta be these days, but I'll fucking dive into that shit.
Hey, speaking of Loneliest Girl, I'm a lonely girl, and can I play something for you right now?
Okay.
We'll see see if it comes
like
through.
what do you mean, like live on an instrument?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. On Monch's Got Talent, Zell is performing original rendition
Of
Loneliest Girl. You know what? It's not really coming through.
No!
It sounds like I'm listening to, like I called your flip phone and you're like, hey, can't get to the phone right now, but listen to the song. And you put it, like you recorded it from the speaker of your car. Damn, but I can hear it, bro. You actually learned the song?
I learned the intro.
Oh,
man.
no,
okay, I might have
dude.
to try and join on my phone then, because I don't think this is working. I might have to try and join Discord on my phone and then try a different setup. But I learned the little beginning part, like, last
Dude,
week.
that's fucking
Dang it.
awesome. Damn, you went above and beyond, dude. We'll come back to it. We'll wrap that up. We'll get Shane to record himself and with video just of his hands, and upload it so we can get that no, I'm kidding, but if he wants to. No pressure. B1's second favorite is Mermaid Sisters. Bro, the Mermaid Sisters. What does it go? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Shut up, fucking bitch.
Motherfucking bitch. Some shit like that. That was funny, but I actually did not like that song.
Me neither. So.
Unfortunately. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, fucking
That's what it
bullshit.
is. Yeah. Fucking bullshit. And like, it just kind of goes on for too long. Like, the gag is like a minute and a half, and you're like, oh, that's funny because I got it in 10 seconds. And then they just keep doing the same thing for another minute and a half, and you're like, oh, like it's not evolving anywhere here. It's just literally that still.
And there's like the one dude who's like not dressed up, like he just showed up late.
Yeah. And then it pans to the audience, and they just have like the same expression.
The jaw drop clickbait thumbnail.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry, B1. It's okay.
B1, bro.
We all love Loneliest Girl, dude. We can take refuge in that.
True. But choose a different song for a second.
No. Anyways, back to the songs. Really like those songs. I mean, across the board is fantastic. I definitely have Angela's like locked in. I have all the songs on my Spotify, but not gonna lie, dude, I'll be listening to Move Mountains. I'll be listening to Light of Fire.
Oh, I love that one. That was good.
Fire, fire, fire. And there's also one that I fucking really like, where it's All I Want Is You Now. Oh, dude, that one is really bubbly. I fucking love it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who sings that one?
Angela.
Oh.
Angela. Little fucking AI on like the 21 Questions MTV Cribs spoof. Angela.
Yeah.
Oh, that was infuriating, none to say the less.
Loneliest girl.
so good, bro.
Oh, it's great.
Glad you like that. Glad we all like that. Honestly, 9 out of 10 people would agree that Loneliest Girl is a certified bop. One thing I
does
do
Kiss
want to
Me
do,
go?
kiss me before sunrise, or I'm leaving you tonight.
Yeah, okay, great.
And then it's like
Got it.
that one part in the like the chorus, not the chorus, but the verse. Oh, it's my favorite.
It's a great song.
It's fantastic.
It's a jam. It's a bop, certified bopper. Super hit. Dude.
Dream in my dream, here we go, yeah. Anyways, maybe we'll do that on karaoke later. Probably not.
I cut you off. You were gonna say something.
You did cut me
And I was
off.
like, no, that's
Yeah, you did. It's okay. You were a Mermaid
let's
Galactic
rewind.
girl right there, which is all right.
That's right.
Which is all right.
Yeah.
And we talked about our favorite songs. We talked about our favorite people. Before we kind of jump into the narratives, let's just kind of tie this together with. Do you have like a particular favorite moment in the series? Doesn't have to be like a series. Just something that really stood out to you while you're watching, first or second time or both.
Yes, actually, and it hit me totally different on the second watch.
Oh, okay.
The scene where Carole and Tuesday go to meet Desmond. Was that
The
name?
recluse?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like my body is like degenerating.
Mhm,
You
mhm.
know. It was like really freaking sad. Like it was a super sad scene.
Yeah.
And the first time I watched it, I just like didn't feel anything. For whatever reason, I was just like watching, and I was like, oh, okay. And then on the second watch, I was like freaking cried. It's like really sad
Whoa.
and tragic when you like hear Desmond talking and like, I don't know. Yeah, it just hit me. I was like, that was really beautiful. And whatever the rare, I forget, it was some some rare disease thing. Where like, oh, my body is like degenerating. I can't really play music anymore, and I used to like love playing. You know, I was
Mhm.
like, that is just, yeah, it's tragic. Broke my heart. I loved that. I thought it was great.
Similar, not so much Desmond, but in that sense of where I really didn't care for it the first time around, but the second time around, it definitely rung out to me, and that is actually involving Tao. When Tao, essentially, Angela is about to perform with Ertegun at the Sidonia Festival, and they're trying to find the stalker, and Tao like really starts showing this like almost like birth of his human side, where once things start clicking in his head, he like runs back to the stage to save Angela, and it's kind of like this moment of self-sacrifice that an AI wouldn't like do. Like all it was really interesting.
Yeah.
I really didn't care for it, but the second time around, it just kind of hit me. I'm like, oh my god! Like I was like, go! Like I know what's gonna happen, but I was still like, go, dude, go!
Yeah.
Like come on, man, get there!
Yeah, kick your ass over there. Save Angela. Like, it's funny because when we were talking about, when you asked me about my favorite character, I was thinking about that scene
Mm-hmm.
because that whole concert scene, him trying to find the person, and yeah, I thought it was great. It was a really cool moment. And
Yeah.
like I said on my first watch, I didn't really care for Tao like too much at all. Yeah, it was a great scene. And then Angela's looking back like Tao's like, yeah, I got him.
Yeah,
Freaking
you know,
great.
just like perform, girl.
Yo,
Perform.
perform your heart out, girl.
This is your moment. Don't let anybody take it away. Yeah, man, it was good because Tao has all the tech, as was shown later on, to like if Angela like essentially died or worse, or you know lost singing, he has the AI version of her.
Yeah.
So kind of shows you that little bit of human, the human element, the real element.
Oh, is that what that sounds like?
I was trying to imitate a heartbeat, but it didn't really.
Oh.
But it kind of came out.
Oh, yeah, heartbeats don't sound like that.
Yeah, I know. I tried and failed. So what are you gonna do, bro? I'm not the one.
Give him a pass. Give him a pass.
I'm not performing on Marzi's Got Talent. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're all very thankful for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
Anyways. So, one thing I want to touch base or kind of touch topic on, and you mentioned it a little bit earlier, was the if I were to put it into words, the sense of realism or the sense of how grounded this series is in like a real world sense. Like these are elements that you could see happening, or narratives that are currently taking place. This came out in 2019. In 2019, Carole and Tuesday talking about, you know, living in unison or the struggles of AI, which currently we are in that time as well. AI has been booming in the art industry, ChatGPT, Midjourney, just in general. There's lots of talk about it. Also, Carole and Tuesday really, I believe, hit the button on this parasocial relationships that are kind of running rampant right now in, you know, with the COVID boom and streamer to audience relationship, and similar to where you have Sybil, who thinks Carole is speaking to her cryptically in all the messages, you know, that parasocialness, similar to streamers and their audience. It's just interesting how Shinichiro and Carole and Tuesday were able to produce this, you know, 3 years ago, and it just feels like it's today's time. Obviously, in the future, we're in Mars and all that, but kind of wanted to see what you thought of that. Did you feel like any sense of like, whoa, this feels like this could be happening right now?
Yes. Like, especially with all the AI stuff going on, because I mean, that was only, what, like 4 years ago?
Yeah.
It just didn't feel like AI was, like, as prevalent 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, like, all the AI art stuff you're talking about, it's like, yeah, it's, like, super recent, and it's crazy that, that just, like, wasn't a thing I even thought about for more than, like, 2 seconds on the first watch through.
Right.
On the second one, it's like, oh, wow, like, these are, like, actually real things we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was another moment too when I was rewatching it. It just, I can't remember. Ugh! But I feel like there are just themes that I caught this time around that didn't seem as relevant before. But like, do you feel like that the same way with the AI?
Yeah, that's kind of why I brought it up. It's one thing that rung out to me the whole time I was watching it. It really stood out because, as you know, we've been in, if you're on social media or just in general, if you're attached to the world or the what's happening currently, AI has been just this massive movement and backlash in the past couple months, and you can really find yourself, I think, in this gray area where you understand that it's here and there's definitely morality questions, but it's very gray. I mean, there's a very gray spot, then there's very like black and white. Like if you're using it to straight up copyright art and sell it as your own, yeah, you're fucked. Like you get the fuck out of here. But at the same time, if you're using it as a tool to produce a final product, then yeah, like that is kind of what it was intended for. But it's just like, damn, dude, this is almost a little bit of a glimpse like into that realm. Like it's so well done.
Yeah, I think it was. I just love that how you said that. Like the AI music, especially. It's like so many people use it in that future that it's rare for someone to like not use it.
Right.
So then when someone hears like Carole and Tuesday, it's like a really big deal that it's like, oh, these people are like, they're just playing music on instruments. And it like hits people totally different than like the straight up AI music. But I think it's super relevant too. It's like with the AI art stuff, it's like you're dealing with AIs doing things, and you're dealing with people doing things. I'm like really curious to see what how it ends up, and if it ends up like it does with Carole and Tuesday as far as music goes.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, and kind of piggybacking on that sentiment. I'm in the camp where I understand that this is not going away. It's the only thing that's gonna be more, but I truly believe that in the shows like in Carole and Tuesday, like human-made stuff will always resonate with humans. Just like that sense of soul that AIs really can't achieve. And whether that be like maybe you don't make the perfect, you know, in music chord, or you don't sing the perfect note, or that like isn't expected, but that in itself is like what makes these human written songs so special, and they connect with us and they resonate with us.
Oh, that was, I had a crazy brain blast moment, because earlier you were talking about perfectionism
Mhm.
and people being perfect,
Yep.
and how that's a human thing.
Yep.
Is that you're imperfect.
Yep.
Oh, everyone! Oh my God! You planted this seed 40 minutes ago. That is crazy.
I didn't
And-
plant the seed, bro.
Wow.
I resonated the
That was
seed that
crazy.
was planted in the show.
Dang, and now you're bringing. Oh, it's just a beautiful moment. The
Bring it
seed
forth to light,
blossoming
dude.
Into however that is called after that stage, and yeah, man, people always appreciate imperfectionism.
Yeah. Imperfect.
Imperfectionism.
Uh,
Things.
Imperfection.
Imperfection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and that it's just that word.
Just
you don't
that.
have to add anything to it.
hmm
Okay.
Just that, man.
You get it. You get it. You get
It's
it.
all good. It's all good.
Okay, well, I have a question for you then. Okay, so with music, for example,
Yeah.
if you heard a song and it like really resonated with you and made you feel emotional and like you connected to it, you felt
Right.
like you understood it, does it necessarily matter? Like if you then found out,
For you.
if you
If I then.
So if you then found out, would you? If you found out that an AI wrote the song, would it then ruin the meaning of the song, even though you connected to it before knowing who wrote it?
You know, I mean, I can imagine a world where like an AI perfectly replicates it, and I couldn't tell you if I would feel it, because maybe I could argue at that point, like, maybe is that AI like gaining, sentience, right? Is it becoming more human?
whoa.
You can go further into that, but I can provide an example relating to that, and it would be not so much AI, but maybe my general use, like my general, like I'll connect the bridge, right? AI is essentially an algorithm to produce what is going to sound the best song, right? This song is going to hits all the algorithm marks for like what is a good pop song, right? Okay. What is a different? I mean, there's a difference, but it's a small difference, and I'm going to paint the bridge for you for a company, right? Hitting all the right, designing this like an algorithm, almost like a machine, essentially all these moving parts of people writing a song and then having like an industry plant singing it, essentially. Like you're like, if you go on TikTok or Instagram, you have type in hashtag song of the summer, how much, oh my god, it's made song of the summer, and it's presented like of a person, but in reality is a huge corporation backing that, right? And you can like understand, at least I feel like a majority of people can feel like, oh, this is just kind of like a pop song. It sounds good, but there's not like depth to it, right? These words don't really have the weight of like a song that's really, you can hear on the other side of the spectrum, where like if you have Loneliest Girl, and it's just like, wow, like I can feel that on an emotional level. I'm like really connecting to that spiritual, emotional.
So, okay, but let's assume, because like in Carole and Tuesday, I think it's like this, that like you might not know immediately if a song is done by a human unless you like see it.
Mhm.
So like, what if AI gets to the point in music where like you literally can't tell? Like the only way you could tell, because they've even like perfected the imperfection,
Right.
that you like literally can't tell. So let's say like, what if The Loneliest Girl was written wholly by an AI?
Okay.
Like, let's say that's how good it got, and
Yeah.
you hear that song, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this is great. I'm a lonely girl,
Mhm.
And then you find out that it wasn't a lonely girl that wrote it. It was in fact a not feeling AI that can't feel lonely or not lonely.
Okay.
So how does that make you feel?
Okay, no, I get what you're saying now. All right, I get. I thought way too into it the first time around. Okay.
Yeah, you tried to
Yeah.
mega mind, bro.
I try to mega mind that, because I have strong feelings for it. But if I mean, just to cut it short, like, if I thought it was written by a human and then I found out it was AI, I mean, I think I would definitely be like, oh fuck, taking back a bit, like shit. One, I'd be like, whoa, damn, like, oh fuck. That's probably what
You just would swear a lot.
I would swear a lot, because then it's the lines are blurred, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you really start losing that sense of that grasp, that morality grasp, the human element.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about it either. I think it'd be interesting if, like, I connected with the song and it, like, made me cry, and I was like, wow, this song understands me. And then it was AI. It probably would make me feel different about it.
I mean, what if there's a song that you really like connected with, like just as an example, or like let's just say we were talking about Sam Smith, right? Sam Smith, you say, you know, that song is a beautiful song.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What if he like not AI, but comes out it was completely ghost written, the whole thing.
Oh, right. That doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was a real person writing that and sharing and feeling those feelings.
Yeah, and I think the way that it's delivered feels powerful. Like
Mhm.
you can, I feel it in that song with
You
when
feel
Sam
it,
Smith says
yeah.
that, and like the way that he's like singing, I'm like, ooh, I'm really feeling that part, even though like maybe the lyrics aren't his. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I do appreciate artists that like write their own lyrics, and I think it's like more fun to listen to the songs, and you can like notice that it sounds different. Like
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, I freaking love Taylor Swift, and like I love how she writes her songs, and it's just people don't write songs like how she does. But you can tell this is like, oh, I'm listening to Taylor Swift.
Listening
Which
to like
is
what was written in the
great.
diary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
And,
No, for sure. Even though I'm not a
yeah.
T Swift fan, like you can't deny the artist. Like I'm not a T Swiftie, I guess you say. Like their song comes on the radio, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good song. I'm not gonna go like listen to it, like search for it on Spotify. But it comes
Okay,
on
yeah.
like, what is it
I
like?
searched for her on Spotify.
Yeah, like I'm feeling 22. Like that's a great song. I love that song. And Teardrops on My Guitar, of course, fantastic. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
you can
a-
feel.
I'm a Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah, like authenticity. Clockwork Happy. Oh, here we go. First time chatter, dude. What's going on? Jumping to the chat for this one. I think it's a big difference between artists who write their own songs and others who are show ponies. I love that description.
great.
Wow, that is fantastic. Yeah, man, I was kind of hitting on that in like the industry plant thing, right? You can kind of get a sense, man, of like just the shallow a show pony. It's perfect. It's show pony.
Yeah. Yeah. This is really interesting. That's like interesting because, I like the Taylor Swift for Sam Smith example, right? Like, I think there is a big difference between artists that write their own songs and don't. Where like Taylor Swift writes a lot of her own songs. Sam Smith, I'm just gonna say let's say he doesn't, or a bunch
Right.
of people write it. I still really like Sam Smith, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Taylor Swift, I like really appreciate that, and it's like, wow, that's a big difference. That's how her stuff sounds. But then I listen to Sam Smith, I'm like, oh, I really like this stuff too. But there is a difference for sure. But I like both of them.
Yeah.
I guess that was what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're putting down, and I think if to answer that initial question, I mean, I would feel like I don't know what I'd feel, but I'd still like listen to that song
Right.
because it still like means something to you. It connected with you in a certain way, right? So there's a little bit of human element to that.
Yeah.
Like and so Clockwork continues, like mass-produced hits all the right beats, sure, because it's written by a team of professionals, right? Almost like an algorithm. But man, you can't tell me it hits the same as like Elliott Smith, right? Exactly, or
Yeah.
like Tom Waits, or just people of like different genres that are just, showing
Yeah.
moments of weakness in their writing, and then it comes out to be.
Yes. Okay. Thanks for clarifying, Clockwork guy. That's for real. Yeah. Because you can still like the stuff that's produced by a team, and they all work on it and stuff. Cool. But for sure different when people do all their own stuff. It's great. Yeah.
Fantastic, man. Thank you for joining in the discussion. That's fucking awesome. Love it.
Yeah, thanks.
I love it. And see, this is what Carole and
love it.
Tuesday really kind of stood out for me because
Stood out.
Watanabe is a master class of not only, I think he understands that creating a moving piece of art, or like this amazing a story, is fully completed in all aspects. He doesn't treat music as a device to further the story. It is an integral part of the story.
I know
and Carole and Tuesday is just the culmination of that to perfection.
Tell him, girl.
Tell him. I will tell him. I'm telling him right now. I'm telling him on the podcast. I said it.
Okay, keep telling him.
Bada bing, bada boom. What you want to do? But in terms of this, we talked about AI. I kind of want to jump on this other subject a little bit because you streamed a little bit in your past. We all watch streamers now, and it is this parasocial relationship that is becoming more and more rampant. I think it's always become an issue, but just in today's day and age. And so like parasocial relationships, if you guys aren't aware for that, is like when essentially a person that you follow, like a celebrity, e-girl, whatever, you know, you watch them all the time, they're streaming, that you develop a relationship with that person, but they don't develop a relationship with you because they're streaming to an audience. They don't know who you are, but you know who they are. So it's a skewed, it's like non-correct ratio, and people like get these feelings, do these weird things. In the real world, this girl thought this TikToker or audience or whatever was talking to her directly through music. She even showed up to his house, and when he showed up, he was like, "Oh no, it was just like a lyric in a song. Like, I didn't really like want to like you to show up." That happened like real life, and I think she ended up like didn't really go too well. But anyways, in Carole and Tuesday, similar nature. You have Sybil, however you pronounce it, with Carole, and again, right? Like this was 2019. This is like 4 years ago. That really wasn't like a thing back in the day. Like I didn't really know that was like I didn't know that it was called parasocial relationship until like I started getting into the streaming world, and then I see people saying like, oh, just because you watch a streamer doesn't mean you can demand stuff of them like you're in a relationship. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. Like it's just I want to hear your thoughts on it, Zell. Like as a streamer yourself, where do you think like the line is drawn, or do you think that people? Let me ask you actually definite questions. Do you feel like this is an issue currently, and will it go away, or is it?
No.
Okay.
Feed row, baby. What was the first part?
Be feral perfectly, dude. Vebe totally knows who I am and loves me. Yeah, bro. Like I'm saying, like the VTuber thing, and that is a bad. Shane, I'm gonna get back to you in a second, but I feel like B. Farrell just said this on the VTubing things. It's unfortunate that people promote that. Like they treat their audience like a boyfriend, right? Like do like this boyfriend shit. Like, oh, yeah. I won't get into it right there, but I love that you brought it up, B. Farrell. Shane, back to you.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say that. It's freaking so cool. So, parasocial relationships, right? Yeah, they're happening for sure. And I think it's really easy to subconsciously get to be like that without you realizing it because you're just watching this person a lot. So like when it's happening, I think you're not really conscious of it. You're watching somebody a lot. Like I used to, a perfect example, I used to watch Wreckful all the time. That was a dude I would watch stream for hours and hours, like every day. I was always watching his stream all the time. And you just feel like you get to know the person because you're seeing them so much.
Right.
And I remember being like, wow, I know a lot about Wreckful, and I would think like, I bet if we like hung out, would it be like weird because it's like I know all this stuff about you, and I'm just like a random person, but like you feel like you're in on the inside jokes. You know what I mean? Like you have inside jokes with this person, and you're like, wow, yeah, I know them so well. And that can happen when you're not even like trying to like be someone's friend or like think you're their boyfriend or girlfriend. You know?
Yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah. You want me to keep hitting it?
Yeah, if you want. I mean,
okay.
Clockwork Happy. I mean, Clockwork Happy. Okay. Like, what do you mean we aren't best friends after my first time chatting? That's a perfect example. That happens a lot. It happened to me.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like it's just like the trauma, you know, like the message it and then the trauma dumping. It's like, whoa, dude, like.
Yeah.
I don't know who this guy is. Like, I remember one time I was like, I think I was playing with you or my brother Austin. I was trying to play like a video game, and this guy just jumped into my lobby, and I was like, "Oh damn! Like what the fuck?" He's like, "Hey man, hey, it's time to play." Like he was talking to me like he knew me, and I was like, "I get it, bro," but I was like, "Whoa!" And I played with like a game or two, and I had to like pretend like to bounce, right? But because like I didn't set that boundary. I didn't set that boundary my first experience.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That is weird. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's really weird. And I don't think that's gonna go away.
Yeah.
unless like the influencer market crashes. You know what I mean?
It makes money, dude. Like the crazy thing, bro. If you type in, this is like happening right now, real time. China is like mass producing female streamers to purposely do this like parasocial relationship boyfriend type thing. Oh, I know a whole bunch of guys are watching me, but you're the only guy that really donates to me.
What?
Dude, they are. There's a documentary out. I think it's Vice. It is surreal dystopian. Yeah. So essentially, it's a management company. They're managing female streamers, right? And these this follows a particular female streamer, and her management is another female. And the streamer is like, oh, I'm just like so tired today. I can't. She's like, nope, you gotta get going. We need your quota of like this much money, this much donations, and like and there's like, bro. And then this is the crazy part. When they're not streaming, there's like droves of them on like a sidewalk with like the ring lights practicing. I swear to God, dude. Look it up, bro. I'm not lying to you. I've seen it's happening right now, bro. Right now.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Wow.
Social engagement is the best way to grow a community, so it's hard to keep proper boundaries. Agreed, B-Bro.
Do you think?
Oh, Clockwork saw it.
Oh no.
Totally real. Dude,
no.
Clockwork Orange, bro, you're my homie now. We do parasocial relationship. Let's go.
So, hey man, can you do my parasocial friendship? Sounds great. Come on over and invade my personal space and be really weird about everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That is absolutely terrifying. And so there's like an actual market for that though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that's like, I'm her boyfriend.
A lot of people that truly believe that they're like their guy, or it'd be similar to like you're like, remember that video of like the mod for what's that really popular female streamer where like she's like cosplaying and he goes to high five her and she like doesn't high five him?
Oh, was that Amaranth?
Amaranth, right? Like there's like that sense of like, oh, I'm her mod, like that sense of entitlement, you know, and it's a little bit of objectify. I feel bad for these guys because it just didn't happen immediately. There was like a point A and a point B to that destination, and it makes sense in their mind. Probably like, and I feel bad for them because they're getting manipulated.
Yeah.
They don't know better.
Yeah, but it's crazy because we're like joking about it and being like, how is that possible? But then for those people, like they're is possible and they're like living it, and they're like, that's my girlfriend, don't talk to my girlfriend, and like, maybe I just haven't been exposed to it, to know like how to like test myself. Like I don't know if you've like donated to like your waifu streamers or whatever, and you're like, oh, I think she likes me, or like you've been tempted to do that, and you can answer honestly. We're not going to judge you. I'll judge you forever, but the rest of people won't.
No, I mean, not like that. I've donated to people, like I've donated to Iron Mouse, but I think Iron Mouse is like just a fantastic person that has like a really hard life.
Okay.
I've never.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Are you saying like donating to someone as like a leverage?
Yeah, or to feel like you're donating to like have them give you attention, and then with the idea of I can donate more, and this person will like want to then start talking to me.
Okay.
In like that space, and I just wonder how tempting that is for like most guys, or like straight guys, because like I'm gay, so like I don't. Hey, so I don't like that. Movie streamers don't work on me. I'm just like, wow, those are freaking huge.
Yeah.
That's crazy, girl.
Booba streamers. Think about it this way, right? So essentially they're flexing their money by donating.
Right.
I mean, fucking real world, bro, like guy rolls up in like a Rolls Royce, flex money is like a thing, right? So maybe they're thinking the same thing works on a streamer. But little do they know the streamer's like fucking probably at that point packing in like fucking buku bucks. Oh, Clockwork, check this out. Clockwork says, so I'm a girl and I've had that happen with guilds in my online games. Whoa, you really
Ew.
have to be firm and put your foot down, but when money comes into play, it gets real weird. See, that's that. See, that's like
Whoa.
crazy. Whoa, Brad, wait. Ever heard of a Greg Yamato spends all of his family's savings on a streamer and ended up killing them when confronted?
What?
Clockwork says, yeah, I remember that. What?
Wait, spend money on his what?
Spends all of his family's savings on a streamer and ended up killing them when confronted.
Oh my gosh, he killed his whole family because they said, hey, are you donating to a streamer? Like, are you donating all of our family's money to a streamer online?
Oh
And then he says, yeah, I'm doing that now. I have to kill you.
Bro, I don't spend money on streamers because I spend my money on 2D PNG gotcha waifus, baby. Let's go. They don't talk back, bro. Let's go.
Where the tentacles at?
Where the-
Bring out
dude,
the
where the-
tentacles,
bro.
bring out the ovipositors. I'm freaking here for it.
Bro, Jalter banner, fake grand order.
bad.
Let's go, dude. $300, no problem.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Righteous. I feel like I feel like that how the OnlyFans and such things work. Like I pay for them. We must be in a relationship now. Yeah, dude. A lot of people feel like that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Interesting.
You get some high quality resin figures for that money. I almost bought a high quality Makima figure, but it ended up like being like 600, 700 plus after shipping. I took a step back on that. I said, all right.
How long did it take you to step back on that one?
Long time because you didn't get the final price. It was like a pre-order and then it finally got like made and then you got your shipping quote and then I got the shipping quote and I was like, see you later.
See you later.
See you later. Alligator.
I can masturbate for less than $600.
Bro. Eh. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Reddit's
Yeah.
free, baby.
Oh, true. So yeah, you were like,
No, but I mean, there's
"That's a
some
little too much.
there's some tight figures. Like there's this Titan mech I kind of want to
I
get.
bet.
It's like a high quality like mech. Oh, you're such. You're so fucking stupid. You're so fucking stupid.
Shit. That's
Um,
a joke.
I know.
Dude, you got boomeranged by that.
I got boomeranged,
Went
bro.
Out and then
It came back.
Just smacked you
It went
back.
past my head and it came back from the. Hit me. Yeah, Brad, like, B. Farrell says it, right? Like, I sub to one stream every month because I watch, like, 3 times a week. And some other streamers will occasionally, yeah, for laugh. I mean, there's nothing wrong supporting. There's, like, supporting is awesome. Especially, like, peer-to-peer support. Like, that's a game changer in, like, people earning income for themselves, and it's fantastic. Like, I do it. And people obviously support, but there's definitely, like, lines you don't cross. And, like, that entitlement is, like, one of them. So it's really interesting to see how this play out, especially for the coming months. And especially like VTubing has become such a huge thing. Honestly, that aspect of VTubing put me away from it. I kind of dipped my feet into VTubing. The model you're looking at right now is you can consider it a VTuber. Nowadays, I really just consider myself a virtual avatar because I don't really like the territory VTubing comes with. Just, I mean, they prey on the lewdness. Like that is a
Yeah.
way to just earn fucking money, man.
I got something to get off my chest, and it is
Do it,
related
dude.
to exactly what you're talking about. And it might be kind of controversial, so I don't know if this is bad to say.
Go for it.
So this is a risky, here we go, I'm just gonna go for it. I was seeing a clip on livestream fail of some, like, I think it was a VTuber was getting harassed a bunch because she streamed the Harry Potter game.
Oh, Silvervale.
And oh, right, and like, so I was like, oh, what? That sucks. She's like crying because she's streaming the Harry Potter game, and I watched the clip, and I was like, oh, this is a VTuber, sweet, and like, she's crying, but like half the screen is her tits.
Dude, that's
like, and the physics. There's
you
like
jiggle
physics,
physic, bro.
and she's crying, and like her tits are bouncing up and down, and I'm like, girl, what's going on here? And I just laughed.
No, I
And
happened,
I
man.
understand that she was crying in a really awful situation, and it sounds horrible.
Right.
That sucks. She's getting bullied and is crying.
Right.
But like, big old anime milkers.
Milkers, dude.
on the
Bro,
screen flopping around.
They do that. The thing, like VTubers will do this where they just like they're showing off their model and they just like jiggle in the camera, right? And it makes me fucking laugh because like that's a real person behind the camera just going like like they're like doing a shimmy. Like, imagine, like shimmying behind the camera. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, would you be comfortable? Like, would you respect yourself if you were doing that real life in front of a camera?
Oh, I would.
Be real. Stop slut shaming, bro.
No,
It's the cognitive
shaming.
disconnect, man. Yeah, it's
No.
a cognitive disconnect.
No.
Absolutely, Clockwork.
Girl, get her bag. Get the bag.
Get the bag.
Get it.
Get the bag.
freaking bag. Dude, I would do that.
Yeah,
You know
there's
what I
nothing
mean?
wrong with it.
I would. I should start OnlyFans so I can get like $10 a month, maybe. You know? And like pay me.
But it all adds up, bro. Like you do that, you do the freaking boyfriend material thing where it's like they really are like, oh, you know, blah blah blah, and then yeah, I've seen all aspects of it, and I'm just, you know, the more I see, the more I further want like
All
yeah,
aspects. Wow.
all aspects.
How'd you see all of them? Did you have to?
Oh, this thing
I
called
don't know.
Patreon, bro. I
Well,
don't know what you're talking about.
I think you have to maybe go undercover.
No,
You're
dude,
undercover
they'll just throw it
agent,
out there,
and
bro.
that's
Look
how
at
you
like
got all the aspects.
look at being. No, it's fine. Like you look at
A
a
friend,
VTuber
yeah.
like Shy Lily, right? Like Shy Lily is full on lewd, and she leans into it. That's cool. Like
Is she the dragon?
no, she's the orca.
Oh, who's the dragon girl? Isn't
Coco.
there a dragon?
I mean, it's all fucking kind of things. And that's not to say like VTubing is a great thing I respect. Like there's whole aspects of like Iron Mouse is fucking phenomenal. Like just a great person.
Is he hot?
It's a girl.
Oh.
Who's the one you're talking about? The most famous one that kind of made VTubing mainstream was it's Coco, but her new K-Son, K-Son. She's awesome, man. She's a great human being. You know, you can just tell. Yeah, see, like Clockwork said it perfectly. Like if you like being lewd is totally fine. You get your back, but you have to know your audience it attracts. Like if I went on cam with just my feet, there's gonna be degens. Yeah, that's a fucking fuck, bro. I honestly
True.
want to like shave my feet, and I'll make an AI generated image of a girl face and put it on my profile. OnlyFans, bro. Fuck it. Let's go.
Wait, wait. Why'd you talk about your feet?
Because Clockwork talked about how they can, if they went on cam with just feet,
Oh.
the type of people they would attract would be degens.
Oh, I see.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
okay.
Poseidon. I
Wait,
know, we
wait,
got
wait,
so
wait.
far into this. He's like, I had no idea
Hold
the
on.
fucking plot of Carole and Tuesday was this deep, bro. Yeah, I know. All right, we gotta reel it back. We went to parasocial
no.
relationships, and we went to Mars, bro. Oh man.
Oh, we went to Mars. Mars sucks. Actually, I like it.
No,
too.
I mean, let's wrap this. Mars, Carole and Tuesday. So, as we were watching this series, in the beginning of the show, there's little nuggets that Shinichiro Watanabe, the director, kind of leaves with us with the class differentiation between Mars and Earth. You know, and that kind of what I love about the way he directs is how it really comes into play full circle. Like we have that first arc where Carole and Tuesday do the Mars stars, blah blah blah, and then the second act it really all comes to a. Being careful with the words I say around you, Zell. It all comes to fruition
Well,
with the Mars, with Ezekiel, and like the rapping and the politics all coming into play. So that's one that is a constant thing that is presented, I believe, in his works is class warfare or class differences and how it can really cause a rift between just like human to human bonds.
that was a lot, and I think it was so perfectly said and distinctly said. I think you really, I'm not joking, I don't think there's anything else to say about what you just said. That's how freaking perfect it was. Unless you want to talk, I don't even.
I had to
know
do a
where
hard.
start.
I had to do a hard pivot.
That
back to
was
Carole and
crazy.
Tuesday. So we talked
Okay.
about Mars in the show. There's Earth and there's Mars. People who live on Mars are like, you know, second class. People who live on Earth are first class.
Right.
Kind of like Gundam. A lot like Gundam, okay?
Yeah.
So in the first act of the show, we get brief little nuggets of that class difference.
Right.
second arc of the show, it comes to a climax when you have Ezekiel, Carole's kind of boy toy, do that rap video. He crash the server, be the tyrant. He's talking about like revolting against the current class system. Okay.
Yep.
Now you get kind of how I'm at with that.
Yeah. It's simulating class warfare.
Class warfare, okay?
Yes.
I'm just saying, I like how he does that in his series. I like the narrative direction.
He does them in all of his series. All of his series, he's doing that.
Yes.
There's some type of class warfare.
Yes, but also not just that, the narrative direction of like leaving nuggets, and then you're leaving pieces of the pizza, and then at the end of the show you get the whole pizza.
Yeah, dude. Freaking love pizza too. Dude, he does a great job, and and that's why good old Carole.
On my fucking my notepad. It's my notepad. I'm gonna get you in a check, dude.
Am I getting a standing ovation right now? What's happening?
Rice says you have no clue what Carole and Tuesday is until this combo. Get into it. It's on Netflix. Actually, crazy enough, I typed in Carole and Tuesday on the Googles, and apparently Billy has like all the episodes you can watch for free. So
Billy.
fuck it, go ham, dude. Fuck Netflix, pirate that shit. Crash the server, become a tyrant.
Yeah.
I stand Ezekiel, dude.
Ezekiel's sick.
Yeah, he's tight. I wish he got more Ezekiel. I wish he got more of what's his name, Ziggs, the bass guitarist.
Ziggs was cool.
He was tight.
Yeah.
Oh no, man! I think Carole and Tuesday is a phenomenal series. I love how at the to kind of tie this in together because we're just pushing the hour mark in the podcast. Try to keep it near the hour so our listeners can enjoy it. If you're watching, check us out on all podcast platforms. Watch Hours. We're going, for 3 years now. We got some cool shit. If you're listening, check us out live. Monch Hours. You can just type that in. We'll come up. But to put this together, essentially, we talked about this multiple times during this episode. The human element, right? Human element.
Right.
Imperfectionism is perfect.
Oh my gosh, you're bringing it all the way back.
Right.
Oh my goodness, you're insane.
Okay. Because of the imperfection, you can make bonds. The greatest bonds are presented to, at most point, by music. It's because why? Music is a universal language. Okay? Okay? So at the end of the show, what's connecting everybody together? Music. The bonds Carole and Tuesday made with each person, which each artist during their upbringing.
Oh my God. Let's go.
Gus,
I'm standing for
Roddy,
this.
bro.
I'm standing.
Even Ertegun, dude.
Oh
Crystal.
my goodness.
What DeLorean? What's his name? the guy with the D. The one who's like dying.
Oh, Desmond.
Desmond. Floral. Even Piotr is there doing his dance during slow song. GGK. Mother, Angela,
Yeah.
bro. Everybody is there through the bond of music, and I think
So right.
that is something that AI, can't really crack. It's that human element, man.
That was crazy. Did you plan that all along? There's
Something
no
like
way.
that, yeah.
That is.
There's a
crazy.
little bit of a structure to the way I do
everybody.
things.
That is nuts. So when I was watching too, it's funny you point that out now with like all the people that they've like met, and it's like, oh, they're getting rewarded for like being nice, genuine people and like making connections that are like real,
Yep.
and not like superficial. They're like, oh, we're helping this person, I'm helping this person. It's like, oh, all these people they helped along the way are also here to like make beautiful songs. So cool. That's great.
Yeah, fantastic, right?
Such
right?
a good anime.
It's a great anime. You got multiple
watch it.
people are. You know what the best thing is? Multiple people are saying they've never seen this, but they want to watch it. That's what this is all about, dude. This podcast has been like the main point of it is just like to talk to people like you would talk to like your friend. Like no pretentiousness, just like, dude, let's have a fucking chat. Let's just sit down, have a brewski, have a chat, partake in some shenanigans.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool to like cool shit.
Yeah.
And to talk about it.
Yeah, Carole Tuesday's great. Like, I've never really seen an anime that focused on music before. And I thought that they handled it. It was just super well done. And the music slapped too. Like, the music was even good.
Well, you know what I'll say with that? I want to check out the music artists behind the characters.
Oh,
That's like my next step. That's like my next step.
Yeah. I'm so curious. I would just love to see if they, like, make other music.
I think they do, man. I think Angela is like Aliza is her. It says like VO Aliza Liza, and I think like they have to, right? Because there's no way they're that talented.
Yeah, that's got to be like a real singer.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Or
for
maybe
sure.
Maybe it's just the
me
person
see.
that was doing the voice acting
Let's
who also
fucking-
really sing.
I have the tech, bro. I have the fucking tech.
Yeah,
Aliza.
it's such a
Singer.
good watch.
Angela.
It's just a good watch. Wholesome. It's just,
Fine. It is a great watch. I mean, yeah, and again, like Clockwork says, Watanabe is the shit. It really is. It's a gem. If you guys really enjoy music, thanks for the follow, Clockwork. Really appreciate it. You guys really enjoy music in series, and not just like music that's a background element, music that is to the forefront, that really is a part of a great storytelling, right? Then I encourage you to check out. You've most likely seen Bebop. Check out Samurai Champloo. It is such
so good.
that. I mean, Bebop is goated, but I think Champloo is the perfect representation of how Watanabe blends genres together. It's beyond perfect.
Love anime so much. That's so good. Samurai Champloo's amazing.
And
Yeah, he doesn't miss. He doesn't
miss. And you want something more lighthearted? Space Dandy, dude. Space Dandy, fantastic. B. Farrell, Rip, Nujabes, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Real one. That was the home.
Yeah, it's we had a really good, actually, our most downloaded episode is one where we dived into Champloo and Nujabes. Some funny
That's
steal.
how it goes. Yeah, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, he's like the pioneer, one of the pioneers of lo-fi, which is yeah. So Champloo is definitely a mix on that. Of course, if you watch Adult Swim back in the day as kids, which is what this podcast was kind of themed after, you can tell like we're on our own little like spacecraft in the sky. Then you know all about lo-fi and just everything about it. So definitely watch those out. Yeah, and robots.
And his name starts with a T.
Tom. Yeah, Tom.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the guy there, buddy. Good
That
job.
is
I'm
the
really happy.
guy.
I'm really happy you remembered that.
I got you.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up there. Really want to say thank you so much to everybody who came on to the podcast for this episode. This is of course live. We'll be uploading it Monday as we do the Monday Monch launch. You know, it has been for forever. So on all podcast platforms, would appreciate just liked it or do whatever you do on there, Spotify, whatnot. Helps the algorithm juice. But more than likely, this was an amazing episode. Thank you so much for Zella coming on as the guest. Thank you guys for joining in on the discussion. This is one of the most discussed ones we've had, and it's honestly beautiful to get in that kind of like round table verbiage there and just kind of going at it. Really appreciate it.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
that was awesome. It was cool if people
Yeah.
were like asking questions and like contributing to the conversation. That was really cool.
Yeah, what I love about it is like they came in, and I hope to people that came in like it was really comfortable for you to come in, because that is what we aim to do. Because a lot of times you do get some projects that are great, but like I don't know, they come off from like a really high horsey kind of standpoint, and right? But
Yeah.
we're down to earth. We fuck around, we banter, we make mistakes, and imperfectionism is perfection,
imperfect!
bro. Let's go. And with that, we're
Yay!
off, dude. Follow us on Monch Hours. You can hit me up, HAUNZZY on social platforms. Later.